So 2 and 4 is a term that drummers use to summarize the feel of how a drummer approaches a beat, right? And the 2 and 4 is directly pulled from 4 beats in a bar, and the snare falls on the downbeats, which is the 2 and the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yep.
And most of the time, you're talking about a straighter, more regular beat.
Yep.
Right? When you're talking about 2 and 4, like someone will be playing something complex.
Yep.
And you'd be like, can just stop, just play the 2 and 4. Give me the 2 and 4.
Yep.
Right? Straighten it up.
Yep.
Simpler, more consistent.
Yep.
Because usually that serves the song better.
Yep.
Okay?
And it's about the snare drum, not the bass drum.
No,
not
bass.
the kick drum.
Not the kick drum. The bass is usually, that's on the other beats, usually. Of course, you can put it behind the snare as well.
Yeah.
But the snare on the downbeat, that's the loudest, the strongest element of the drum kit.
Okay.
And we want that on the 2 and 4.
Yep.
AC/DC figure this out better than anyone.
Yeah.
And that's why they're AC/DC, right?
Yep.
And so we loved that idea.
Yep.
Of how to approach content is about the 2 and 4, right?
Which drives the song forward, but you don't
Absolutely.
necessarily notice it. You're noticing the lead singer. You're noticing Angus Young riff
Yep.
or Brian Johnson, I was going to say.
The keyboards, whatever, right?
Whatever. You're noticing them, but what's driving it and giving them a reference point to where their content is placed.
Yes, we love
is
that
the 2 and the 4.
It's support, like drummers support the whole band.
Yeah.
The whole thing is driven along by content. And
what do you call a guy who hangs out with a lot of musicians and packs a car after the show? A drummer. Sorry.
Totally.
It's a bad joke. So I don't even know if that's the joke, but it's something like that.
Yeah. We thought content can do that. We know content can do that, right? And
you always tell me when we're talking about consistency in the 2 and 4, you remind me of that Harry Connick Jr. clip.
Yeah, and it popped up again in my feed, and it's such a great summary for content and marketing, in that you can have all the elements, right? But if it's still not clicking,
So
you need a change.
Remind people what that clip is, right? So
very famous clip of Harry Connick Jr. playing in what looks like some sort of talk show studio with a crowd, right?
Yeah, but it seems like it's like an intimate, close audience. It's not a big venue, right?
It's not a stadium, no.
Yeah.
And so he's playing along, just him on piano, and the crowd's clapping along.
Yeah.
Now, the crowd is actually clapping along on the 1 and the 3 of the bar, right? And that is...
Which it sounds like it's out of time. It's not out of time.
It's not out of time.
In
They're
time.
clapping
It's
in
just
time.
accentuating
the wrong
beat.
The wrong beats, yeah. So because most Western pop music is on the downbeats,
2
right?
and 4.
Reggae is on the 1 and the 3, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, so they're clapping on the 1 and 3, and it's obviously driving him mad, right?
Yeah.
And he adds an extra beat into one of the bars.
Yeah.
And makes it a bar of 5/4 with 5 beats.
Yeah.
Which flips the crowd's claps back onto the 2 and 4.
Right.
So even if you've got all the right elements, you've got a crowd, you've got Harry Connick Jr., you've got a glorious piano, and cameras, and everything's rolling, it still needs to be put together correctly for it all to go in the right direction.
And the rhythm of that 2 and 4, it's like that's why the blog didn't work. You were pumping the blog out in the 1 and the 3. It kind of looked right. It looked right, and it felt right. Were they in time? Yeah, they were in time. Were they consistent and strategic? No.
Yeah.
That's the 2 and the 4.
100%.
Yeah.